It all happened so quickly, suddenly going into lockdown, having to suddenly work 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, 16 hours a day. So in the beginning it was difficult, but the teams really pulled together incredibly well.
Going down to collect our samples because they're in the wards, that was like very, very like it was a traumatic experience. It really was, because you get in there, there's sick people everywhere, and you know that, like, I mean, we don't know who has corona, who doesn't. So literally, you're just trying to literally just get through the samples, come out. When you come out, you like literally spray yourself down with alcohol. So in here we've got antibodies, we've got the COVID antigen, and then we've got also our microbeads, which are what actually binds everything together so that the machine can read. This is a big part of finding out, is the vaccine actually working?
We had to do community screening and testing. And at the same time, we had to come back and still do our normal job, which is doing the minimal invasive autopsy on the babies. And that's when we also started doing that on the adults as well.
Janine, one of our scientists, she started here as a junior scientist with an honours degree. And now through COVID, we've managed to give her a master's project looking at sequencing of the SARS-CoV-2 genome in healthcare workers, which is really incredible. It's a really important piece of work that she's going to be doing.
I tested positive for COVID on the 2nd of October 2020, and I actually got incredibly sick as a result of it. But when I came back, it made my fight against corona that much stronger. Everything with respect to my workflow, to my time management, everything became faster, you know, to fight for that result, to find that new variant.
We were doing this autopsy just so that they can find out what happens to the organs of somebody who has COVID. And from that, then they can use that information to develop a vaccination. The first few cases were not easy, I can tell you that. Sometimes you can put phases. I think we had like a few where we actually knew the person. And then when you're looking at the register, like, wait, isn't this my colleague's father, or, you know? So yeah, it was rough. But you just had to be strong about it. Especially when you also got COVID and, you know, your teammates are getting COVID, you're looking at COVID deaths and they are like around the same age group.
Being part of this collaboration made me feel like I was actively involved in changing the world.
These results here, it's not just going to help South Africa, it's also going to help the rest of the world. Like, okay, we can see, okay, South Africa had the South African strain. This is how the vaccine worked with that. So now if that strain is now found in Brazil, we already have that data, so they won't be starting from zero trying to understand the virus.
Everybody has worked incredibly hard on these vaccines. So we've done the research, we've been involved, and we still all went out and got vaccinated. I think that's a perfect example of the fact that they work and the fact that everybody really needs to go out and get vaccinated. It's the only way to bring this to an end, is to get vaccinated.